It is now official. Barack Hussein, the long-legged Mac Daddy, Obama is going to endorse Joe Biden my time today. Now, if it happens while I'm still on the air, I'll plug in to let you see the live presentation of that in real time. But they're now telegraphing that Barack Hussein, the long-legged Mac Daddy, Obama, will be endorsing Joe Biden my time. Yesterday, he got an endorsement from Bernie Sanders. Now, this is the big kahuna. The long-legged Mac Daddy going to sock him with the endorsement. But Trump is having a bad day. They're talking about, and the governors, you got the governors on the West Coast from Jay Inslee from Washington, and the governor of Oregon and the governor Gavin Newsom of California all banded together and said, Trump ain't gonna tell us how to go open up a can of soup. We'll open up when we get ready. Then you got Andrew Cuomo here on the East Coast with Phil Murphy in New Jersey and the governor of Delaware, the governor of Pennsylvania, the governor of Connecticut, the governor of Massachusetts, all saying, we're going to band together and we'll do this thing regionally. We'll all open together. So they're not taking federal control, these 10 governors. Trump is having a bad day. Trump is having a bad hair day. And now the real kick in the teeth is the Mac Daddy is getting it. We ain't heard nothing from the Mac Daddy in months. But the Mac Daddy is getting ready to step on the stage and say, Joe is my boy. Lord have mercy. You ought to see what they're going to have with the Negroes now. They finally got down there, Jim Clyburn boy down there in South Carolina, started this whole mess with Joe Biden. And so, boy, you're going to see some happy Negroes now. Anyway, and LGBTQ people, these people are going to go off the rails with, the Joe Biden, Obama endorsing Joe Biden. Can I share something with y'all? So I figure maybe y'all want, some of y'all, are smart enough to know this. You need to know we're in the tribulation, right? And I did a message this past Sabbath, I think it was, about why no one will say the word tribulation. All right? Nobody says it. Nobody says it. They won't say it in the media. Hell, Franklin Graham won't say, Robert Jefferson, Evangelist, Southern Baptist, all of them, none of them will say, and they know it's in the Bible. And then, this doesn't have to be the tribulation, but it certainly does have the, some of the earmarks of a tribulation, but they won't say it. Why? Why don't these churches say it? Why don't DTD Jakes say it? I mean, why don't nobody, Joel Osteen, they won't say it. Why? They won't say it. That you haven't heard a peep nor a squeak, from any of these religious leaders or people in media or politicians, and many of them, are so-called churchgoers. They won't say we're in the tribulation. They know that Jesus prophesied that we would be, and we are. So, but I would tell you this, I don't know whether you're going to listen to me or not. Some of y'all listen to me, and that's good. But I can tell you this, if you start saying we're in the tribulation, you're going to get a blessing. Because what's going to happen is that God's going to open up your understanding. You're going to say, God will say, well, you're not fighting me. Don't deny my work. It's almost, I can tell you this, I can tell you this. I don't know if you believe me or not, but I can tell you this. If you deny the work of God by denying the tribulation, you're blaspheming. And if you deny God's work, and his word, this is not given by the prophet Amos or the prophet Jeremiah or Daniel or Ezekiel or one of them. This business of tribulation in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 24, was given by Jesus. And if you deny the work of the Lord, if you deny the work of the Lord, that's blasphemy. That's right. And you deny him, he'll deny you. But that's not what I want to tell you. What I want to say, because you're not going to deny, at least I hope you don't deny it, because a lot of people, maybe you haven't been educated, you haven't been listening to me. But if you start telling people, this is the tribulation, I believe God will heal you. The engineer has found a verse where it said, if you deny, whosoever deny me before men. Now this tribulation, with this coronavirus, this tribulation Trump, with all these lies, and the Southern Baptist Church saying that God sent him to lie, that's the work of God. And if you deny this as the work of God, then God says, I will deny you before my Father which is in heaven when you call on me to get healed of cancer. I'm going to act like I don't know you. So if you say tribulation, you say we're in the tribulation, then you're acknowledging the work of God. You're giving credit to God. You're not giving credit to the president or giving credit to Joe Biden or somebody. You're giving credit to God. Brooke Baldwin, she came down with the coronavirus. I don't know how she's doing. And Chris Cuomo, they both CNN reporters. They came down with. Tom Hanks and his wife came down with. I haven't heard anything more about it. But I sent a note out to Brooke Baldwin, and to when they get healed, for them to get healed, they start saying the tribulation, God will heal them. This is a bit of a news blog we do, looking at spiritual wickedness in high places for the most part, making some observations about it and giving people a biblical foundation to the way of interpreting, rather than have Sean Hannity or Laura Ingraham or Janine Pirro or Anderson Cooper or Rachel Maddow or Don Lemon, Rush Limbaugh interpret what's going on in the world. You come to me and I'll tell you based on what the Word of God says. They'll just give you their worldly, sinful view. But the Manning Report will tell you what God has said, whether to say yea or nay, whether to go or to stay. You'll be led by the word of Almighty God. Come to the Manning Report on a daily basis to interpret the spiritual wickedness in high places, because there's plenty of it that's going on. And so I'm the Lord's servant, James David Righteous Rebel Manning, and I'm here to serve you with news and information.